Good evening. Today I want to show you the new features called Solophrases. They are quite expressive and extremely powerful using it right. So I already prepared in advance a little song that I will showcase to you guys. First of all, I'm using the 80s classic rock. You can audition it here. I think this is supposed to be the Survivor of the Tiger of whatever that song is called, but that's the one. Then what I did, I used Smartbridge, of course, and I did one of the chord progressions, and the chords are A minor, F, D minor, and C. So quite simple. And let's pretend now that your task is to create a guitar solo, but you're not a guitarist. So what can you do? Well, what I've done here is I barely sort of clicked in some notes, but this is my first draft with a little motif and some variations. There's nothing wrong with it. It does what it's supposed to do. It follows a motif. It has a lead song, and but it's so boring. So what can you do? Well, Smartbridge can help you. All you have to do is open up the solo instruments, and you drag it into this little area here. So drag it in here. Boom. And then automatically it opens the new pianoroll that I've been working on. And the pianoroll shows me the 8 bars, and it shows me the melody the way it is. But in here, it's packed with loads of features aimed at creating and embellishing the stuff. First of all, you have something called ornaments. An ornament is a little variation. So I have drills. Drills and grills. I have bends. I have slides. I have on top of that riffs and licks. This is really nice. And lastly, I have swells and rise. So all of these things together will help you decorate or embellish the current boring thing we have. But the first thing I want to showcase as well is that, for instance, a typical guitarist would never play those tones like this. It will add a bend. So what I've done, I've created a set of presets. One preset is for guitars and one preset is for woodwinds. I will do this demo once as a guitarist and secondly with a saxophone. But as a guitarist, and these are extremely sort of useful. Let's start with a half bend. And now you can either look at velocities down there or bends. You can see that it created a little bend. Right, let's try another one. Let's try a whole step bend. As you can see, it changes. So that's the first thing I got. So you can just give it a little more life by adding these bends. So you move back and forth. Oh, by the way, this is extremely complex, so I created my own help guide that shows you the shortcuts and explains to you what it does. Again, it's an extremely well detailed interface, much more than I've done before. So in this case, you go back and forwards in the bars with Q and W. So in this case, let's listen to that now. Again, it's sounding more realistic. And the cool thing is that let's say that I stretch this over that note. you have to do then is click again, and it will adjust it. So the cool thing is that you don't have to worry about that. But on top of that, I have some other stuff. Let's say here, I haven't played any wrong notes, but let's take one of these notes and put it in the wrong place. Then I have what's called fixed harmony, and that works in different ways. It either, if you select more notes, it accepts passing notes or has a strict chord note. In this case, it's a D minor, and an F sharp will definitely hit it. So if I click on this, it immediately takes it down to a safe note. So all of that is built in as well. What else do I got? Oh, this is really cool. Let's say that this part would have sounded better if I add some swing to it. So all I have to do, mark the whole thing, and keep swing, and click on groove. I think it was already. I can tighten it up. Click on groove. A hard snap. Groove. For some reason, it's not adjusting it. Perhaps that's something else with that. I'll leave it as is. But on top of that, I have articulations. So I can have this one. I know is, in this case, let's say that I want these notes to be more connected with each other. More legato. You see, it changed that. More staccato, the other way around. Add separation. Ghost notes, then it downs the velocity. So there is a lot of that classical piano roll functionality in it. But the only reason I've got this is because I wanted to give some sort of idea on how I can create a better melody line. So how do you use these ornaments then? Well, the idea is very simple, really. In this case, it's either free or adaptive, and that's F or A. When it's adaptive, if I place my cursor right here, it identifies what notes exist, and then it tells me which ones I can actually use. So in this case, and when I drag it over, as you can see, it immediately shows cases where it's going to land. And when I drop this, bang, right there. And it's also giving you an indication that it's an ornament note. And of course, I can extend it, I can remove it, and all of that beautiful stuff. So this is one way of doing it. And let's pretend that this part is so boring that I want to do something more guitar-like. Here, I have an empty bar, and then when I click Suggestions, I can build my, by using ornaments, I can build up a bar. So in this case, and these are musical terms, of course, a pickup means it takes something that is lively. Continuation, it extends stuff. Climax is up and then down. Release, the opposite, down and then up. And cadence, of course, is an ending one. So let's try a climax one. And I want to start with something. I will start with a riff or a lick, and then want to end with a bend. So that's a typical guitarist then, okay? So let's click on Generate, and then we get loads of suggestions combining these two together from the ornaments. So let's listen to them. You can audition with or without the band. In this case, I will turn the band off because I think they're sounding too much. Climax, riff lick, and with a bend. So let's listen to them together. Let's say I like that. Bang. So it immediately puts it in place. And let's listen to it. And what I can do, of course, is I can extend it. And here's the cool stuff. As you can see, these notes, if I narrow them down, it quantizes. So, and if I do this, it's the opposite. So it's extremely powerful the way the ornaments work. So I've changed that. let's continue. My little motif here. Let's add a bend to this note so it has a bend, half step bend. Good. Then I think it continues with the... Okay, in this case, instead of doing the two notes, let's do a whole bend. And then I go into free mode. In free mode, I can pick any of the ornaments the way they are originally intended. So I just pick a bend. And as you can see, it tells you a lot on what kind of thing it is by explaining. It's one note for 0.2 bars, meaning it's only the first two beats of that bar. So let's take one that's a bit longer. That's one note, 1.1 bar. Let's drag it in here. There we go. It extended beyond the bar. That's it. And let's listen to it now, how it sounds. And the cool thing, of course, is that it's, as you can see, what it has a little bend there. And here you can do the same thing. Let's remove that because it's boring. And then let's go into the riffs. The riffs are extremely musical. Again, 8 notes on 2 bars. Let's try that. Very short, but if we extend it, and it becomes a phrase. And then we'll continue with a... and add that. And... whoa, that was a false note. Fix the harmony. It is a... let's try that now. All I have to do then is click on save and then replace that with my current drag to Cubase. So let's try listen to the whole thing in context now. So that was the simple version, or the simple version of using the Solophrases with Smartbridge. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to the saxophone. Use the same thing, but instead of using my own version, I'm going to use, in this case, a pop rock and get a suggestion. Because the cool thing about Smartbridge is that you have in each style here about 100 clips, and they work together in full phrases, meaning that this section, by the way, is 8 bars. As you can see here, it's a section of 8 bars. So what Solo does, it calculates that and says, okay, if I have a section of 8 bars and I have clips that are between 1 and 2 bars, all it does, it builds up musically. So in this case, it will do something, a motif of some kind with an A of 2 bars. Then do a variation in B in 2 bars. Go back to the motif, 2 bars, and do an alternative. And you have, for instance, paired, then it does the motif twice, and then the variations afterwards. So that's a very musical way of collecting these things. The other thing is that it's not just one clip, it's multiple clips. So if you have relaxed breathing room, then it will not be able to fit the many clips. It will be just 1 or maybe 2. But it's tight, it then tries to get you more clips on the same one. So let's just keep it natural. Safe is the feel of line, the phrase themselves, how far or how are they going to be in comparison to the chord, so they don't sound, in jazz for instance, you might put it to expressive because you will have a lot of passing notes. Voice, that doesn't matter, it's nothing important. So let's click on suggestion and we get our solo sections here and we can addition them. course, is just drag and drop. And listen to it in context. How does it sound? And you can, if you want to, then add those ornaments as I talked about. Here is a number 0 to 8. So what is done already is calculated how often you can put in ornaments. So if I click on this, it opens it up and chucks it into bits for me. So here is the same. And here I can then add the different stuff. For instance, I put it in there. So now that has a bend. I can add a fall. And of course, these are grayed out because it doesn't fit there. But since it fits there. Riffs are a bit difficult because normally they don't fit. They are their own play style. So usually it's drills. As you can see, it doesn't fit. And here you go. He found where it fits. So let's add that. Again, this is extreme, but I'm just showcasing you how it sounds and how it works. And then when you're done, you can listen to the new version. Let's drag it to Cubase so you can see the alterations and the changes. And of course, you can go in and edit them as I did before. And for instance, in this case, that's not fun. Let's change that into a long note. But we'll add some bend to it. And now we're going to use the woodwind bend. So let's add a reed vibrato to this one. So, what you can do, you can select them all and Command Shift and up an octave. This is just a passing note that doesn't make any sense. So again, this was just to showcase and explain how the new solo ornaments work using Smartbridge. Thank you very much.